Wow.
This is for you. That's how you pronounce that song. That was for you.
Great.
This is
Okay.
track 9.
Okay, because I know when I first saw it,
Yeah.
and I was like going to play it on for like me to listen to the album,
Yeah.
I couldn't wait for you to say it in the song, so I would know how it's pronounced, and it's an instrumental song.
It is Hungarian
Yes.
for a song for dad or a song for our father.
We're Hungarian.
Because our father is Hungarian.
Yes.
So when watching movies, when watching TV shows, like I really, really quickly became attached to the film scores, like John Williams, Howard Shore, and I always wanted to be a composer, but my musical theory isn't quite up to par. I kind of took this as my own challenge, like this is my album, there's no rules, and I was like, I want to create a piece for dad that is honestly expression. That's just music. That's just me and the piano and strings. And I don't know if you remember, but the piano that we grew up with was this like electric grand piano in our living room. And there was this setting, like this is where this comes from. There was a setting on the piano where you could do the bottom part as string or orchestra and the top part as piano. And I used to play the piano with the string orchestra, and I used to do that. And when I went to go write the song, I kind of went back to that memory of playing with this string or this orchestra behind it. And I wanted to write a song that embodied that, like our childhood piano, when I would always have strings playing in it. This was the song that I challenged myself to write something that was more dark, that was more like what actual loss feels like, or what what fear sounds like, or what loss sounds like.
Do you find that in particular is why there's no lyrics to the song?
I've been asked that before, like if your dad's such a big influence on music, why not write a story or like an actual song? I honestly, I wanted the challenge of writing an instrumental that kind of told a story on its own. Honestly, it was just a challenge. I love it. It was my favorite. Well, thank you.
I mean, like bias, whatever. I love the whole album, but
thanks.
No, that one.
Thank you.
I think by like the 2-minute part, I was like, oh, there's no lyrics coming. and I was really able to just kind of sink into like what it was all saying, and it was
amazing.
Very,
Thanks.
very nice to just personally what I like about instrumental, and you hate this all you want. It's kind of why like my mind, why I enjoy like even dubstep or whatever, things where like it's just music or just I know it's the worst. I'm not trying to compare.
Love instrumentals.
But once it completely really removes the lyrics and it's the listener's story to tell.
Exactly.
You don't get to say this word that automatically means this, and like you can say this is the darkest song. I could have heard it as the happiest song on the album, and no one's incorrect because there's nothing to tell you.
Exactly.
That's what I love about.
Well, when you're watching a movie and it's just the film score and no one's saying anything, no one's talking, but you still feel it. Having this like orchestra, this quartet, like hearing your strings come alive and make this song happen was so beautiful. It was amazing.
What did you play in the song?
I'm the piano player. I'm sitting there playing my piano. I did piano first, and then we had the quartet come in, and they just layered it and played, and they're called Esca. They're a string quartet from Montreal. And I discovered them because they also played the strings on Carved into Stone, a song I wrote with Isaac Simmons. So this album was a combo of all musicians I'd worked with in all different areas of my life. That's another reason I just love this album. It's just all my favorite people, all my favorite musicians coming together to help my music come alive.